Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me. Can you hear me now? Sound like a commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Awesome. Of course, I couldn't do anything without having the dogs around. You know, how exciting for that. Okay. So I'm going to share for just a hot minute. And Ellie Coyle, I'm not quite sure whether she's feeling good or not. It was a nice noise, right? Good morning, Colleen. I'm not sure whether she's feeling very good or not. I know she checked the message, she saw it, but I know she's been really not feeling very well. So whether she shows this morning is totally up to her health. She probably rolled back over and went to sleep because I know she hasn't been good at all. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go share for a second, and we're still going to do mediumship this morning. Why are we doing mediumship this morning? Why not? Right? Good morning, Nancy Bulliard. I hope you're feeling better. You feeling better? Give me a yay, I'm feeling better. So we're going to be coming out with some new information this week on Salem. We're going to be talking about who's going to be reading. We're going to be doing all those things. But that's going to come out. Betsy gets her staples out today. Yay! Yay! Yeah, Odin has to say good morning. Usually it has to do with slobber. So I'm super excited about that every time it happens. Like every time it happens. Okay, so let's see. Where shall we shine? We share too. Let's do that. Just feeling kind of sherry this morning. Looking for some good vibes today? Well, we're hoping to be able to spread them around. Feeling better, not perfect. Not Mary Poppins yet, right? Not practically perfect in every way. Not practically perfect in every way. We don't just call her Mary Poppins here. We call her something else. But it's okay. Thank you. I love these earrings. So, will Sam and I, when we travel, we do a lot of, we try to pick up things that are representative of where we've been. And we try to pick up things that show the local culture and local artists. We try to support local artists, right? And this happens to be something I purchased in Pawnee. And it is by a Pawnee silversmith, a Native American woman. And it is the Pawnee astrological, the cosmological, cosmetic, no, what do they call it? I'm not that kind of, I have people for that. They didn't call it astrological. They called it cosmetic something. Anyways, but I saw the set and I absolutely fell in love. I know you guys, a lot of you don't give crap about earrings, but they have a lot of spiritual significance to them. So I paid way too much for them, but I debated over them for over a couple months. So finally I just said, yeah, I'll just buy them. But I like that it supported a local artist. I love the Pawnee area, you guys. It is a really, really interesting area to drive through. So if you're in Oklahoma, who wants to go to Oklahoma? If you're in Oklahoma, they have a lot of really cool stuff, but it's a really neat community. And I've gotten to know quite a few people there, and now we're kind of sad to be leaving the Pawnee area. But, we do what we do. I'm looking for one more place to share to. Being real careful to where I share to now. There's some crazies out there, isn't there? Woo! They make me go blocking people on Facebook. It's not right. Okay, so good morning. Good morning. Oh, look, there's Tammy Ammett. We haven't seen Tammy in a while. Okay, so what we're going to do this morning, I haven't been on all weekend, have I? I wasn't even really. Is there a popular restaurant there? Absolutely. One of the best restaurants in all of Oklahoma, except for that cattle yard one downtown, right there in the cattle yards in Oklahoma City, is Click's Restaurant, and it's really quite famous. Oh my God. we don't really, the steaks are amazing. Okay. We're going to talk about the restaurant real quickly, but the steaks are amazing, but go for the soup. Go for the soup. That's what we go for. We go for the soup and the chicken sandwich. It was so good. So very good. Okay. I will share just a little bit more, and I gotta put that on and do that. Good morning, my sister Angel. So I have been a little quiet since like Thursday. Of course, we had the crystal sale this weekend. Thank you for the earrings, you guys. We had the crystal. I'm in love with them myself. So, and I do silversmithing. So I'm like, but I don't want to make them myself. So because right, we're supporting local artists. Anyways, so I took classes this weekend, and I really had a blast. I cannot tell you how much fun I had taking these classes, and they're just Zoom classes, but I'm a firm believer, whether you're taking our classes or you're taking somebody else's classes, learn. You ate twice in Oklahoma. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh yeah. That was the best place. Oh my gosh. Clicks really is a good place to eat. So learn. We're always on a learning expedition, right? And that's what I did this weekend, because I was like, you know what? I love doing mediumship, but I want to bring in more detailed information. I want to bring in blow your mind detail kind of stuff. And so I took this class, and man, I got to tell you, we spent 2 days, over 10 hours in spirit. And I ate my steak last night. Sam's like, man, you're hungry. I'm like, shut up, man. Spirit works hard. So ground, right? So what we're going to do today, I didn't stir my coffee again. Think you're splitting up driving? Yeah, why drive all one time? So here's what we're going to do. We are going to do Mediumship Monday. Ellie Coyle probably must not be feeling well, you guys. So everybody send Ellie some love and light, because this was our morning we were supposed to be on. And I sent her the link, and I know she's not feeling good. If she's not on here, she's not feeling good, right? So everybody send Ellie some love and light. Lori Spears is coming to visit us here in, where are we? Santa Fe. And oh yeah, we're going to do mediumship. So just bear with me. We're going to do mediumship. And so we're going to, poor Lori. I need a guinea pig for a shamanic healing session in person. I need to do it in person so I can record it. And she didn't know she signed up for that yet, but she did. So I'll be, you guys probably won't see it unless you're in the shamanic apprenticeship. Yeah, Buford's over here digging on the floor. Love him. Okay, so we're going to do mediumship this morning, and it's going to go a little bit differently. Okay, we're still in the yes, no's, and I don't knows, but we are not going to pick and wade through so many people. We are going to hopefully have something. What's Tammy's project? I missed something. I totally missed something and I don't see it. So we are going to try and come in with some really exact information that you're going to come in, hopefully, and understand a memory or something along those lines. So it's not going to be so much of I have a female that is 50 years old, that kind of thing. We are going to step into the feeling of it. We are going to step into the memory of it. And it's going to, what is Tammy's project? What did I miss? We're gonna step into some something a little bit different for mediumship. I hope it. Oh, you're at okay. Good vibes on your project. I'm like, what's going on? The feed goes really quickly, really quickly. Angel, I wanted to tell you that Uncle Butch came through for me in the classes this past weekend, and really, it was so great to hear from our Uncle Butch. He's just was such a driving force in our childhood. And actually, Christmas in July. Tammy, which side are you talking about? Which I know, because you have your fingers in a lot of things, girl. What are is it the female empowerment one? Okay. All right, so let's go a step forward and let's start doing this. And I'm really, really excited. Yes, Tammy, if you want to put a link there with a PG-13 rating on it, you're more than welcome to do that so that people can see your Christmas in July event. I would love for them to see that. You know, it's empowering, right? Get it? Powering. Okay. Don't click on it unless you want to see stuff, guys. PG-13. All right, so let's do some mediumship. The way we're going to do this is, if you know who I'm describing, then go into the yeses. If you don't worry about it. But this should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping this is a little bit of a change up from the way we've been doing it. I was really, really looking for a different way to do mediumship. We actually worked on mediumship with a collective as well. Instead of just saying, here's grandma, there's a little bit of information, let's move on. It would move on to where the collective would say, and this is what the collective wants you to know. And oh my gosh, so this is a gallery type reading, you guys. If you are looking for a smaller group where you're more likely to get a reading, follow the link in the description. Actually, here's a link here. This is, I think it's the link. Nope, it's not that link. I'll have to get the link for the mediumship gallery, which I believe, shoot. Why do I walk away from things? Really, Lisa? Really, really, really? Let me get that link really quickly. And that is the mediumship gallery. It's also in the description for today. But I want to make sure you guys have it if you want to join. There we go. I found us. Okay. There we go. Sometimes it takes me a bit. Really? Okay. Boom. There's the link. That's the link to the mediumship gallery that's going on the 15th with Ellie, Coyle, and myself. Okay, so let's go. Let's do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe the person. We're not going to just go into the age and the gender and all that. We're going to describe the person and possibly situations. So if this person rings with you, I really hope that this works well for you. Okay. I know, Nancy, you are a rock star, Nancy. So the first thing I have this woman. She shows me a little bit earlier on in her life, I think, before she passed away, but she had a favorite dress. And this favorite dress would have been like, almost looks like an 80s dress where it has the lace that comes like a square here, and it come like this. And when it yellow, it was yellow, and it had flower print on it. So it was pretty brightly colored dress, but she loved the lace. She liked that style. I almost feel like it had shoulder pads. And this was somebody that was wearing this particular dress to go to an event. I feel like they would have been going to a wedding or some sort of family gathering. It wasn't any somberest occasion. It was something outside. It would have been in the spring. It was, because she talks about, it's so funny. She says, the shoes, you're not allowed to wear white something after some kind of day or something like, I don't follow that, but she's like, there's protocols. And this person had probably a lighter brown hair. And in this time frame that she's showing me, which I believe is the 80s, is what she's showing me, you guys. So you're going to have to dig into your memories a little bit. This person, because this was an outdoor thing, they were going to some sort of indoor thing, and there was a bunch of food sitting there, and it feels kind of, she keeps talking about it's definitely a springtime activity. It's spring to summer. It's not too hot yet, but I see people outside. The kids are excited to be outside. They're flying kites. I know that there's some like spring activity in the air. There's some wind in the air. Can anybody take this woman? Now, mind you, this is a memory that what I'm working on is a memory of hers that she wants to express, that is something that might jiggle somebody's memory. You know, here we go. I'm sorry, you guys. There's just some things I can't. There, I don't have to worry about that anymore. You guys probably couldn't see it. It was on YouTube and it was annoying me. Okay. Somebody can take this. Somebody can take this. Beth Hilligas, this is one person can take this. The reason we're doing this way is so we don't have 10 people going, oh, that sounds like grandma. You know, this is a memory. This is something that somebody is going, hey, remember this moment? I also want to talk about Elsie Ryan, happy birthday. You saw it, Spirit of Love. You know what? I don't have time. Who has time for that in their life, right? I don't. I'm a mean intuitive. Good morning, Heidi. And this is why I took these classes, you guys, because we are at one person right out the gate. Beth Hilligas can take this. Beth Hilligas can take this. So Beth, I'm going to go ahead and start, just continue talking to you. I love that. I love that. Good morning, Stephen Roberts. He's probably like, oh my God, she's mean. Lori Spears is having chocolate raspberry coffee. I am having Hawaiian Rocky Road. Okay. So Beth, I want to talk about the kites. She wants to talk about the kites, actually. And whether there were kites there that day, this is the image she's giving me for what she wants you to move forward on. First of all, she's talking about the feeling of health at that. You're drinking pistachio coffee? How awesome does that sound? She wants to talk about how free that moment felt for her, how healthy, how energetic, and how loving that atmosphere felt at that time. Are you still with me, Beth? Are you still with me, Beth? So we're doing gallery readings this morning, you guys. Gallery mediumships. If the reading's not for you at the moment, stick around. We're going to start whipping through some of these because we are working efficiently today. Everybody give Elsie a happy birthday. Beth Hilligas, are you still here? Okay. I want to talk also about that. She keeps going back to the kite reference. She wants to talk about that feeling of being on a string. She wants to talk about the longer the string gets, the better off you feel. The more freedom you have in your own personal life. I feel like she might have felt a little bit pushed down in some areas where she could have really, really excelled. I don't know if she was an artist or if she had some way of expressing herself either through writing. I feel like she probably had really pretty handwriting. Or if she had, everybody on here, David Carey, is freaking amazing. It's just how they are. They're a wonderful, wonderful community. Good morning, Tanya Lee. If I'm not giving you guys individual good mornings, I'm really trying hard, but I have to stay here and there at the same time. So I feel like there was just one area in her life that she felt like she could have excelled and she like missed the mark. And she's talking about that string. She keeps going. She was a nurse. Okay. She keeps talking about that string where if the string was just released, she could have done so much more. If there was a constraint that was released, she could have been better. She could. Okay. She's like, not the word better. The word better is not right, because she was very good. And I see you say she was a nurse. So I know she was compassionate, but she better isn't the word. What is the word then? If it's not better, what's the word? More expansive in what she did. Um, Ishka, welcome. Ishka, welcome, welcome. So I think maybe she had some education she might have wanted to do beyond what she did. I know you said she's a nurse, and maybe if she wanted to move into, I don't know. I don't actually feel like she wanted to be a doctor or a nurse practitioner, but I feel like she had something else she wanted to do, which is really interesting. But she's not giving the information on what she wanted to do. So let's move on. But she's the message here. This is really why she's doing that. She was fulfilled in her life. Good. I'm glad to hear that because I'm trying to figure out her message and she keeps giving me this kite. She keeps giving me this kite and letting go of this kite and letting the kite go do its own thing and be a little bit more expansive. She was also a missionary. She actually has a couple messages. She wants to talk about the lace. I know this sounds really, really lame, but she wants to talk about the lace and how things that take time, because the lace was really pretty. How Nancy's got chocolate caramel. How the lace, building something like that, making something like that. Because when I first saw her, I know she didn't make it. Okay, I don't feel like she made that lace. I don't believe she did, because it just doesn't feel like it. But I see her making, taking the time to do things carefully, taking the time to do things right. And that was super important. So she was like, if you're going to make something like this, because she shows me the lace, she's like, if you would make something like this and you missed the one thing that had to be tied down in that, the whole thing would unravel. And that's part of her message to you is make sure you're tying your ends, make sure you're taking care of loose ends. And she keeps going back to that stinking kite. She wants to go back to the kite. Her mom did. Okay. But she wants to go back to the kite. I don't know if that's a message for you. Make sure you're doing everything you want to do. She keeps going back to the kite. And I mean, seriously, she's like, but look at the kite. The kite's green, by the way, which would symbolize love and health and prosperity and income. Your grandma embroidered like crazy. That's awesome. I don't have patience. This was tatting. I'm trying to figure out what her message is because she keeps going back to that green kite and she's letting it go. She says, let that green kite go. Cut the string. I hope you understand the message there because I'm trying to figure out and connect the dots and I'm like, is this your kite? But she's very descriptive. It's a green kite. And she's like, let it go. Let it go. Let go of the issues and let go of the feeling of being constrained. That's what I thought it was for her. Maybe it's for you. Colleen, good morning. But she keeps bringing this green right here. Of course, this is the heart chakra, right? She keeps bringing this green right here. Why am I seeing a ring? Do you wear one of her rings? Or is there a ring do you wear one of her rings? Hi, everybody. Welcome. Ellie Coyle couldn't make it this morning. It could be that I have, no, the kite is hers. The kite is in her image. It's in her energy. That's the way to put it. Her energy, and it's part of the message. It's part of the message. But it's definitely green, and she wants you to let go of being a music teacher and become a healer. So you understand what she's talking about. Let go and go follow your heart. You get it? Okay. I'm glad that you get it because I'm sitting here going, but there's a kite and she's so into this kite. And it's important. It's important. You have to let go of being a music teacher and become a healer. You can be both. Heal with music. We have a couple people on here that do that, actually. Lisa Simpson, first timer. Welcome. You lost a ring of hers. Okay. So let me see what, and as soon as I read that, I get this feeling right around the, almost like tension, like a tension headache. Let go of that. Let go of that. things come and go, right? Things come and go. I also want to tell you that if you wanted to sit and chat with her, this is a really cool thing we learned this weekend. And I think it's so well worth sharing because a lot of people don't really. Oh, you do that already? Good. A lot of people don't realize all you have to do is close your eyes and ask your family to be with you, right? So part of the message that we're going to start including is where you can go visit, where you can close your eyes and visualize. And if it feels familiar and correct to you, go ahead and visit them in that space and ask them to come in and talk to you. It's actually a shamanic technique, but we take you down deeper. Hi, welcome, Casey Love. Welcome, everybody. Welcome those new people, you guys. So I want to give you a very, she almost takes me back to that field, to that place where she was having this reunion type of thing, this family gathering. And that's also part of the message. She wants you to know that there's a couple other people there that I hear people talking in the background and they're like, hi, oh my gosh, hi. But we're doing one at a time. So I don't know if you could validate. Hello, Laura Keating. I don't know, Beth, if you could validate a small child that had passed earlier on. I don't know that it was her child. I think it was maybe a great aunt or I feel like it was maybe a great uncle. Feels like a little boy. Can you validate, having known, if one of your family members had a child die young? Because there's a small child there. I don't know who the small child is. I just know that she's very protective of the small child, and the child is standing in front of her, and she's got her hands on the child's shoulders, and she's just like so happy to be there. Okay, just know that family member is there as well. I have goosebumps with that validation, so that's really, really amazing. So with that, I'm going to leave you. If you would like to visit with your mom, just find yourself a field to sit in. And she shows me little Shasta daisies. Just find a nice, calm field to close your eyes and head to, and ask her to come in and sit with you. Keep your eyes closed until you feel her. I love that piece right there. Keep your eyes, and then I believe this, you guys, if you're in meditation, within your meditation, if you're having a hard time with your preconceived notions that you think you should see somebody, close your eyes within your meditation and wait, and you'll be surprised. Because we step forward in complications sometimes with our human brain. My Mystical Life link. Absolutely, Laura, Nancy, absolutely. Guys, I hope that's helpful. There we go. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy Bulliard, you're awesome. I hope that is helpful. And what we're doing, you guys, is we're doing spirit communicate. We're doing gallery. We're doing a gallery reading. If you can take who we talk about, if you can take the memory, because that's what we're doing, is we're really pulling across the memory so that it's, you're very welcome, Beth. By the way, she has this great soft energy. I just love her energy. She just really is an incredible soul. Really is. You're flying all the way from Dubai to California for the memorial. Wow, that's a long flight. By the way, we have Zenny's birthday today. Everybody give a whoop whoop. Who's a late bloomer? Give us a whoop whoop. Happy birthday. First timer, Amanda Wright. Always let us know if you guys are first timers. We are all about community. All about, hello from Mexico. I'm not even going to try to say that. Agua Calientes, Mexico. Calvillo, Agua Calientes, Mexico. How'd I do? Really quickly before we do our next person, I have to tell you that if you are in the private membership, you can, tomorrow night is Isis's that's intuitive development class, which we are going to have a new intuitive development class coming up soon. Where are we? The 15th is Mediumship with Ellie, Coyle, and myself. You guys can find the link in the feed here someplace, and also in the description. If you're in the membership, channeling comes out on the 16th. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do that live or do I want to do it in Memorex. I haven't decided yet. That's going to be on the 16th. So to get in the membership, you guys, you can go to mymysticallife.com and click on the membership tab for $11.11 a month. I counted. There's like over 50 or 6. There's over 60 classes that is in the library. So excited about that. That's a lot of work. That represents a lot of work, and mediumships and healing sessions and all that is all available in addition to all the classes coming up. So today we're supposed to have a crystal class. We're still in the air. Mr. Fry has been working very hard this weekend. It may be a chat class on shadow work because I know it's been in the air on the group. So we might do a thing tonight on shadow work and manifestation. On the 19th, our teacher is going to be the awesome Stacey Ham on light language. And then that is also the day I'll be posting the final shamanic celebration. If you guys are in the shamanic membership, that's a drip thing. So make sure that you, when you get to that point, we will be using Lori Spears as the guinea pig for that. Hi, Lori. There you go. Let's see. And then we have started a new thing. I know you guys, I'm talking too much. I'm going to get back to reading in just a second. On the 20th of this month, within the private membership, we are offering 4 spaces a month where our members can get on and talk about whatever they want live on our group. You don't have to go through Zoom. You don't have to do everything because it's going to be a private thing just for our members. But I cannot wait to see what kind of really interesting stuff our members have to talk about. I know, right, Colleen? Light language. Very, very excited. So we have Lori Spears is going to be on the 20th, right? She's going to get on and chat about whatever she wants to chat about. And on the 22nd, we have Brad and Heidi Leister are going to be on as a couple talking. So I'm really excited about that. We have a lot of people that have been on. I've been looking at our numbers for well over for the whole anniversary of us, which is a little over a year. Anyways, so and then bringing angels into the 4 corners of your home, property, or wherever you want to is going to be on the 26th. So those are the classes in the private membership that are coming up yet this month. There's more, but then we have Kelly Hansen this month. Nancy Bulliard's going to talk this month. I have a massage on the 25th. Kind of excited about that. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Let's do some more mediumship. Let's do it. What is that? So I want to bring in I want to talk about a gentleman. I want to talk about a gentleman that had some anger issues. And now you guys, is it your birthday today, Diana? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Diana Bradley. You were quiet about it. Okay. So I have a male here that had some anger issues. And here's the thing that I get. As I am touching on his energy, I know he made himself ill over time. What happens when we hold in negative crap, right? You guys, when we hold those kind of vibrations, we make ourselves sick. So I do expect that he probably passed from some sort of cancer, but that's kind of, it feels like a stomach thing. It feels like a stomach thing. So, but what I do get is when this gentleman would get angry, it was like a mask of red would just fall down over his head. And he was just a rager. He was a rager. I also feel like his nose had been broken. Come on, Colleen. It's $11 a month, man. We spend more on coffee, don't we? Oh, I spend a shit ton on coffee. I have it shipped monthly from Hawaii. Hi, Markel. Hi, Markel. And we'll have you come in and talk, Colleen. We'll have you like spotlight talk. Okay. So this person, who can anybody take this gentleman? He was tall. You can't beat that with a stick. Not for the classes. You seriously, you really, really can't. This person was tall and beefy. He reminds me of Nick Nolte. He reminds me of Nick Nolte. It's Zen. It's like the ton of birthdays. Does he have red hair? Let me look. He hasn't given me that information yet. I do know that he I feel like I feel like I want to get sick is what the anger that this person contained was horrible. And I have to tell you that this anger stemmed from his childhood. This anger stemmed from I feel like it's a family trait. I feel like it's passed down. Um, I feel like he had possibly, when he was younger, had an eardrum broken. I mean, he makes me want to get sick. I mean, and it's not that he's being mean about it, you guys. I want you to understand that he's trying to express how much anger he had on the inside. And Teresa White, Green World Coffee on Oahu. Green World Coffee on Oahu. It's all organic. It is incredible. Yes, it is the best coffee. So let's see what else he wants to talk about. He talks about a t-shirt. He talks about a ripped t-shirt. And sinus issues due to a broken nose. I almost feel, okay, so this is how information is coming with this. So I almost feel as if he had sinus issues from the broken nose because he got sinus infections because of that situation. Can anybody take this information, all this information? He might have snuffed his nose a lot. He probably wouldn't have actually talked about a sinus infection, but it would have been, he snuffed his nose a lot. Bad attitude. This is important too. This would have been an indicator of who he was just by this bad attitude, like seeing red. His anger was just unjustifiable. Like somebody would cut him off and it'd want to beat the crap out of him in traffic. He must be driving in New Mexico. I'm kidding. Who can take this? Gentlemen. Wow. Allergies would also be very a big thing with that as well, because yeah, I could see that correlation. I don't want to give so much of a height as I do. He just feels like a Nick Nolte shape to him. Very, very tall. Hold on. What about the t-shirt? There was a t-shirt. So Tanya, we are at a beefy man about the size of Nick Nolte. He keeps showing Nick Nolte as a size reference. He had an anger issue where when he would get upset, he would see red. And he held a lot of that in his energetic field. Like people would like not want to be around him so much because you just knew he had anger issues. He talks about his broken nose from a fight. And that he had some sort of sinus thing that went on with it, with either sinus infections or there was some sort of sinus issue that went on with it. And I feel like he died from something abdominal. And he talks about this t-shirt that has blood on it. He talks about this t-shirt that has blood on it. I feel like it was like a white t-shirt. He's talking about a memory. He's talking about a memory. I don't know how tall Nick Nolte is. I don't think Nick Nolte is when I'm talking about Nick Nolte, I'm talking about the breadth of the shoulders. I'm talking about the size, the shape of Nick Nolte. I don't know. Nick Nolte looks like he has a little triangle thing going on. At least he used to when he was younger. Okay. He didn't look like Nick Nolte. His body was shaped like Nick Nolte. I don't know why he wants to make the reference to Nick Nolte. I have no idea. He just talks about that. The t-shirt's important. There's a white t-shirt that had blood on it from something, whether it was illness or a fight. I don't know where the blood come from. There was a white t-shirt that had blood on it. And he shows this. And he shows wiping his face with the t-shirt. I don't understand. Maybe somebody else does. He's just giving a description of who he was and what it looks like. Tammy, can you take abdominal as well? More upper body than lower body. That's a great way to put it. More upper body. That's a great way to put it. Twisted jokes. I'm waiting. I have lag, you guys, so I'm waiting. I can get the Jeopardy music out if you want me to. I think it'd be funny. I want just a little recorder that has Jeopardy music on it. I really do. Sam does not see the humor. Can you take the abdominal, Tammy? I feel like it might have been like an ulcer issue or an acid reflux issue that went with this. Just from the amount of stress this man put himself through. I need you to know he put himself through stress. The stress was a learned behavior, an anger issue, and things that he could have controlled, but he didn't have the knowledge to do so. There might have been a chemical aspect to this as well. Is it a chemical addiction aspect? Wouldn't have minded a drink every once in a while. There's lots of lessons in this. Yes, stomach issues. Okay. There's lots of lessons in this. He was an alcoholic. So it looks like it's written April. Give me a percentage, you guys. Give me a percentage on how much you can take. Hi, Jen Abston. Everybody give Jen a welcome. First timer. Make sure you guys click follow or and you know, so you know when we're online, or like. We appreciate that. We really do. Hi, Isis. How many people and what percentage of can you take? Because he's giving he's giving a description of himself. He's trying to say, look, this is who I was on that side, and this is part of the message, and this is why it's about all of it 100%. How are you, Tammy? Where are you on this? Okay, so far we have an older person, or not an older person. We have a gentleman that had anger issues, had stomach issues, or abdominal issues. There's a white T-shirt that had blood on it. Super angry person. They caused themselves some anger issues in life and health issues, broken nose. There's sinus issues involved in there, possibly sinus infections go with that as well. Okay, we also have Teresa White. I can take it all as well. Okay, wow. Okay, guys, so let's move on. Let's see what else he wants to talk about. I feel like there was somebody that was trying to bring him into religion. I feel like there was somebody that was trying to talk to him about there's a different way to go with this. I love that 69%. That's perfect. I love there's somebody that was trying to show him a different way to do things. Show him a different way. He had the sixth sense of humor. There was a twisted sense of humor in here as well. I forgot about that, but yes, you're right. It was very dry, and not a lot of people got it. I feel like somebody was trying to be of assistance, and he was absolutely against it. I feel like somebody wanted him to go to church is what it is. I feel like somebody wanted him to go to church. Somebody was trying to take him to church, and he wouldn't go. He wouldn't go. He said, no, it's not my way. Yes to religion. Look at you guys. Okay. I'm trying to be very specific here. Okay. There would have been an older woman that he would have brought down the moon for. There would have been a grandmother figure he would have brought down the moon for. He would have climbed a ladder, dismantled, and brought it back. She was his sanctuary, his quiet space. I ain't gonna say that. Can anybody validate he had a great love for his grandmother? possibly on his mother's side. Hi, Vedra. The person's house that he liked to go to cooked. It was very homey. And she cooked something, and she would cook something specific for him. This is so specific, you guys. And I'm going, look at you guys in here. I actually feel like it was chocolate chip cookies. New subscriber, Mike. Hi. We're doing mediumship right now. We're doing gallery mediumship. Hi, everybody. If you're new, make sure you hit follow and subscribe on YouTube. I'm really bad at the advertising part, so there we go. I feel like there's chocolate chip cookies involved. Who can take chocolate chip cookies by grandma that he liked, that she made for him? Not that you liked, that he liked, that she made for him. This woman that he found sanctuary with. I understand why he found sanctuary, and that's the next piece of evidence I'm going to give, and then we're going to move with the message, and we're going to move on. Yes to chocolate chip cookies. She made them specifically for him. It had to be, she made them for him. And with that, I'm just going to go ahead and say that this individual is with him. Okay. That's important because that was his safe space. So you guys, we're going to piggyback this and just assume that so many people are here because they're supposed to get this message, right? Spirituality runs in the family. He missed the boat so big time on this. He actually felt things so strongly. He didn't understand how to handle that. The chocolate chip cookies are just his way of saying, look, this was my safe spot. This was somebody repaying a kindness to me. They loved me enough to be there for me and to make something for me specifically. And that meant the world to him. And the reason he found so much solace in that particular home, in that particular company, is because of that give and take of energy. I feel like that person, that grandmotherly figure, was an empath. And he was an empath. And he didn't know how to diffuse situations when it built up within him. He did it this way instead of internal working it out. And that grandmotherly figure was his calm place in the storm. Like he could, we all know, anybody that's an intuitive, we're all intuitive, right? When you step into somebody else's space and you feel comfort with them, you spend more time with them because you can either tell them all your stuff. By the way, you don't have to do that. Or you can just feel better because you're in their presence. Empaths do that. And that's why narcissists like empaths, because they're always there, right? But he felt so much better in her presence. And that is why he didn't know how to handle life. He was unequipped to deal with the shit that he had to deal with early on in life. And his message here is be a harbor for somebody. Be that safe place. I feel like there's somebody that's going to need a safe place. And I know we have multiple people that are in on this. And it is okay for more than one person to be able to take information, right, you guys? So rather than pick this individual apart and just be like, okay, I need more. We're all gonna take this because we all can use this message. Be somebody's safe space. Be somebody's safe harbor. We don't have to enable people, but we can be like, you're never alone. You're never alone. And it's time to heal some old shit. Who doesn't need to heal old shit, right? But shadow work time, it comes. Can you imagine if that person had all the information that you know about shadow work, soul work, contacting your guides, getting in communication with the other side, cutting cords, all those things. If they would have listened and been open and receptive, life would have been different. But no, on the other side, everything's beautiful. And he was here for a lesson. Boy, did he learn it. And let me tell you what, he was also here as somebody else's lesson, a couple people's lesson, where they needed to learn they don't want to behave like that. That's important too. For the people that come into our lives and are challenging, we have to look at them differently and go, ooh, thank you so much for teaching me that. Now I see where I need to do work. Anyhow, moving on. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next person. And we're going to leave it with you. Okay. Moving on to the next person. Everybody send Ellie Coyle some love and light, because I know she's not feeling well. We have multiple birthdays on here today. So happy birthday, Zenny. Happy birthday, Diana. Who else's birthday is it? I'm missing somebody. Somebody else's birthday. Amber Allen, I want to talk about this. We had a very interesting conversation this weekend in class. My gray was your safe space was with your grandma until she had Alzheimer's. We had the most. You just had a 2x4 moment. Huzzah! Right? That's what we want. We had the most interesting conversation this weekend about dementia and Alzheimer's and the coma state. And I'm glad we had the conversation, because as a medium, I have come across individuals that have been in coma states or have had or have Alzheimer's or dementia that still come across. How amazing is that? How limitless is the human soul, that when it is constrained by physical limitations like that, it can still reach out and say hi. Because the first time it happened with me, I went, what? That's not what? They're still alive? And I felt like a failure. And then after I was talking about it to my guides, they're like, why do we say we are limitless as humans? Right? Because we talk about, we're all limits. We're all psychics. We're all intuitives. We're all in touch. We just don't know it. Some of us don't know it. Or we don't know how to communicate. But then put constraints on people that have limitations like that. Autism is another one that on the really high in the spectrum, where they can actually communicate through mediumistic skills. Did you guys realize that? The human soul is limitless. So we're not going to put any limitations on it. Was a really cool conversation we had this weekend. And I was like, oh, thank God I'm not crazy. Who doesn't feel crazy every once in a while? Feel batshit crazy every once in a while. Thank God my husband hasn't put me away. But he'd be chained right to me, right, you guys? Like, we'd be going together. Okay, moving on. Let's do somebody else. Good morning, Vietnam. Okay. We're not doing that. We're not doing that today. We could do that. Because it's so interesting. Okay, maybe we'll do that a little bit. We're going to do it a little bit. We're going to talk to Robin Williams just a little bit, not for very long, but we're going to do it for just a little bit. One of my favorite things to do is when we have a celebrity that has passed away, we all know who they are. Who doesn't know who Robin Williams is? He is this limitless, beautiful soul. And this really is this is a very dear subject to him. Okay. This is a very dear subject to him, this talking about the soul being limitless and the human capacity for kindness. So if I start talking really fast, you guys, super sorry. But we're going to talk to Robin Williams for just a minute. You're welcome to type in questions here. And I will get to them as I can get to them and answer them as I can. This is not going to be a trance channel session. See me over here going, we're not trance channeling. We are just doing a conscious channel. And I do love his energy, but we're doing something else today. I loved Robin Williams as well. Just watched that exact movie the other night. I have not seen Good Morning Vietnam in 20 years. I haven't. I need to rewatch it. Good morning, everybody. Being limitless was a big deal to him. He talks about the capacity of the human brain only goes so far. That's interesting. Good morning, my wonderful husband. He talks about, he started, Colleen, actually, I'll have to tell you, as you asked this question, it wasn't dementia. He didn't have a setting of dementia. He had Marty McFly, help me. I can't believe I don't remember his name. That's, help me, guys. I'm waiting. I have lag. Parkinson's. Yes, he had Parkinson's. He had the onset of Parkinson's. And a lot of people think he took his own life due to depression. And there was a level of depression. There was a level of depression. But that was like a rewind, wasn't it? Rude. But mostly it was the quality of life, because I don't believe he was just sliding into it. I think he was dropping into it. And he had dropped out of public view for a little bit before he actually took his own life. And he talks about, he's actually a little bit impressed with his legacy. I don't think he realized in life exactly the broad scope of the influence he had on people around the world. I think he knew, of course he knew. He was Robin Williams. He knew he affected people. But the view from the other side is like, wow. The view from the other side. Who doesn't go nano? How do we do it? Nano? Is that's Star Trek? No, he did nano. Was it nano? Who didn't know Mork and Mindy in our age group? Who didn't know Mork and Mindy, and who didn't set their clocks to that when TV had a schedule? He really affected a lot of people. Is there anything anybody wants to ask him? Oh, Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, just played when he I bawled like a baby. And I was really disappointed in him in the start. I really was. You love Jack Off 3. I know, when he passed away. Oh my gosh, Lisa Simpson, when he passed away, I cried again. It was another one of those people that he had a huge heart. We didn't see him in so many programs after Three's Company, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He had a big heart. I also have to say, he played Mork on Happy. I forgot he was on Happy Days. I also want to say that Robin Williams has been through Shazbot. Oh my gosh. Robin Williams has been through history as comedic relief. He's been through history. I'm trying to see who he's trying to tell me he was. Gosh, I don't know who you're talking about. He says he's played the fool a couple times, and he shows me the drama masks. He's like, this was my thing. I like to bring it to the masses. It is how we connect. It's how we connect society. It's how we connect emotions. It's how we affect people on a broad scale. And I'm not saying he was on TV. I feel like it was more of a theater kind of thing. Has he met any other past celebrities? You know what? This is really cool, Colleen. The first thing he shows me is James Dean. I don't know if he had a thing for James Dean, like he really admired James Dean, or if he liked his movies. I have no idea. But he talks about James Dean. And it's almost like he's posing for a picture. So it's really cool. He's showing me like James Dean has his arm around him and he's shaking his hand off to the front and side here. It's a really cool image, because who doesn't want to meet James Dean? Right? Farrah Fawcett was another one that was that was sad. Just want to give him a big hug. He did wear a lot of masks. He really, really did. In Social, he talks about, he does want to talk about depression. He talks about the masks he wore in his roles. And I think one of his favorite roles is he shows me the Dead Poet Society, where he really broke off into a whole new genre, because everybody saw him as comedy. And then he did this and he went, look at the depth. He was impressed with himself. He was impressed with himself in life. And on that, he's like, he had limited himself because he had always done comedy so publicly. But he liked the drama on stage. So he talks about the why in his life, the break in the road. But he does talk about depression, and he talks about how hard it was sometimes to smile in public. But then again, he goes back to, don't think that that's the only reason, that he took his life. He goes back to the Parkinson's. He's like, he loved his family so much that he didn't want his wife taking care of him. And he knew she would not do anything else. So I feel like she wouldn't have hired anybody to come in. She would have been the sole caretaker, and he did not want that. Crap, you just aged yourself. No, you didn't. John Ritter. That's who it was? John Ritter. Oh, I bawled. He does love to come to mediums, and because he's not finished with his messages, right, Tanya? He's not finished with his messages. He's just holding space until he goes to the next lifetime. Oh, yeah, John Ritter just destroyed us. Sam and myself both. Everybody needs to laugh. Mrs. Doubtfire. So tell us, what was your favorite Robin Williams movie? Because I want to get his take on it. So what is your favorite Robin Williams movie? And we'll start with Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire for him was a hoot. Mrs. Doubtfire, he had so much fun on set doing practical jokes on other people that it was just like they had this wonderful family of people working together. And he wants to talk. Was it Pierce Bronson? Yeah, it was Pierce Bronson. Was it Pierce Bronson? Yeah. He shows me Pierce Bronson. I can't remember who played. I did. Ellie, I messaged you. Check your messages. Ellie, I messaged you like 5 times this morning. I'm like, how you doing? You even looked at him. It's in your thingy. Really? I didn't feel that. Ellie, I did. I messaged you. I double checked. I check your messages, girl. And come on. If you're feeling good. Pierce Bronson, he liked Pierce Bronson a lot. And he says he liked Pierce Bronson's 007, that he felt like he did a great job. And he was upset when Pierce Bronson was taken away from 007. And he has a great sense of humor. He likes Pierce Bronson. Ellie, I messaged Joyce where I did. Sam said we just had an earthquake. I didn't feel it. Fisher King's all-time favorite movie. I don't think I've seen The Fisher King, but he talks about it being a thinking movie. He talks about it being a strategic. It's like it was a strategic. How to put this? A strategic. Not seen it. I've never even heard of Fisher's King. A strategic. I'm trying to come up with another word. Business move. A strategic career move. A strategic move. No idea. It was a strategic move. I don't know if it was something he was told he had to do or if he enjoyed the movie, but it was strategic. I don't know. The Dead Poet Society is one of my favorite movies of his as well. It was the first movie I had gone to the $10 movie theater to see with my husband. We weren't married yet. It's expensive, but it was good. Did he pass alone? Yes. And you know why he says he passed alone? Because he would have done that to nobody else. He wouldn't have done that to anybody. He says, and he actually says it wasn't a cry for help. If it was a cry for help, he would have had somebody there. It would have been, he says it wasn't a cry for help. It was a conclusion. What kind of work does Robin do in spirit? Isis, what a great question. He is a muse. He goes in and helps people when they're stuck. He's like, Here's an idea. Boom. Here's an idea. Boom. Ideas he would have had in life that would have been prosperous is what he's pollinating. What a great question. I love Dead Poet Society too. It was just a great, depression is very hard at times, and it did strike him often. So he's like, don't be disillusioned. He wasn't happy all the time, and I believe that's pretty common knowledge. But he says those that laugh hardest also sink to some of the deepest lows. We're not supposed to be doing this for very long, are we? And he's like, here's a reference you'll get when you hit those lows. One foot in front of the other. Right? Soon you'll be walking out the door. Captain, oh Captain. Captain, oh Captain. Yes, him and Prince. It's so funny. Now I see Prince, like a poster or something. I'm like, oh, it's Prince. But Prince has been around a long time. So, if you look at Prince had other lifetimes as like Mozart. But Prince has been around. He's been around the block. He's influenced the world. Amazing, amazing energy to come through as Prince. I enjoy doing celebrity things like this. If I have to plan it, it makes me nervous. It's just a thing of mine. So I do enjoy doing that. Ellie, did you check your messages, pumpkin? There you are. You checked them. Oh yeah, on TikTok there's a sound. Yeah, I think you can find it on Facebook and YouTube as well, where he does all of his different voices. It's so amazing. Hook was another great one. He only because my wallet has been missing. I'm checking this. Hello. Oh, good. My extended warranty is about to expire. So Hook, let's talk about Hook. He had a fondness for the kids on Hook. He calls them professionals. Oh, and what was that co-star's name? The guy that played not Smeagol. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. He played in Roger Rabbit. He loved working with him. Love working with that guy. He keeps showing me the guy from Roger Rabbit. I can't remember his name. He was a great actor. He liked working with him. Not going there. That's his favorite characters in the movie. The kids and that gentleman. Joanne, Lewy body dementia. I'm not familiar with the term Lewy body dementia. Can you explain it? Is there a feeling that would come with it? Because that's what I'm looking for, is a feeling that would come in. Awakenings was another fabulous movie. And he talks about how that is showing off the mind's potential. The mind can, and the body control, and the brain, the soul is still available, right? I can't pick either. What Dreams May Come. I still haven't seen it. He talks about the peace in the heart. The peace in the heart, like right here, like it gets you in the feels. Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire related to a lot of people. How do you make friends with death? How do you be okay with passing? Is that your question? How do you be okay with embracing that? That's a big question. Sally Fields. Sally Fields what? What did I forget? Sally Fields was in it. Yeah. No. Was Sally Fields in Mrs. Doubtfire? Yeah, I thought Pierce Brosnan was in there. Yeah. Oh. He had your phone. She's today. I've not seen that one. He was just, yeah, you're right. He was just an amazing actor. He was amazing at bringing across the emotions within a character, no matter what character he was given. Right? He did a great job. And it wasn't just for him. He liked the notoriety. Of course, who didn't like the notoriety? But it was the reaction of the people. It was the reaction of the people. Lewy body dementia. I'm not. He had Parkinson's. He had the onset of Parkinson's. He was shy. He was very shy. And that, you find a lot of people that are extremely shy create a blanket, right? And I can't even watch the new Aladdin, you guys. Laurie Spears says, Jeannie, I can't even watch the new Aladdin. I won't. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I cannot put Will Smith there. Can't do it. It's just not right. It's kind of like replacing Rooster Cogburn. No. Good Will Hunting. Jumanji. Of course, Jumanji. Oh my God, he had fun doing that. It's so much fun doing Jumanji. He talks about the special effects. He talks about how weird it was to do special effects and not have what you were working with right there. It's really cool. Patch Adams is another good one. It was strategic as it was what got two young guys wanting in for Good Will Hunting. Bangarang. Yeah, I would. You know what? I didn't think about that. Robin was very clairvoyant. This is from Tanya Lee. So it doesn't surprise me when he knew what movies to take. That does. I never, and I have goosebumps. I mean, if I could get him to register on the screen, goosebumps all over from that, Tanya. Absolutely. Part dementia and part Parkinson's. It was the uncontrollable body maneuvers that he could not handle. That's what he talks about. He couldn't handle the thought that somebody was going to have to take care of him. Oh, was Sally Fields the ex and Mrs. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in forever. Hello! We use the line every once in a while, but he should escort people through the death process. He could make us smile and laugh. Why not, right? Why not? Yeah, it's so hard. Bangarang, it's from Hook. I haven't seen Hook in years. When I tell you guys I don't watch television, like, seriously don't watch TV. I will in the evening with Sam just because he sits down. Tanya, I felt the same way about Will Smith, but actually he didn't even try to step on his shoes. Really good, because he made a new genie. Good. It's hard not to watch. Okay. You guys, with that, I was only supposed to be on for an hour. I didn't anticipate bringing in Robin Williams. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. Parkinson's does eventually cause Parkinson's-related dementia in the late stages of the disease. I thankfully have not had anybody that has had Parkinson's that I've known closely. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I have some business work to do, and didn't anticipate that, but my 5-minute morning. No, doing mediumship is not a 5-minute morning coffee. So, and I will. So, anyways, don't forget the 15th, you guys. We have mediumship. Ellie, Coyle, and I will be on. It'll be 3 p.m. Central and 9 p.m. UK time. She is, of course, in Ireland. And yes, lots of love to Mr. Robin Williams. I appreciate him popping in because he just kind of popped in. I'm like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? But what it is I kind of went, hey, look, who wants to talk? And he went, let's talk. So I always enjoy having this energy come in because it lightens up my day. It really does. As you walk through the rest of the day, you're like, we do have that mediumship gallery on the 15th. You can go to the events, or you can go to this link right here. Look, it's Renee Shalom, the beautiful Renee Shalom. And there we go. You're making a drink and sitting in the kiddie pool. Happy birthday. Kelly, I hope you're feeling better. Wasted your half an hour. Guess what? I have no there. Now it's a real waste. You're gone. I can't think of Robin Williams as being a waste. I can't. And I never will. So, sorry. All right. Each day is better than the last. I hear you, girl. All right. Everybody have a wonderful afternoon. Find light, find love, find joy. Feel divine because you are. And what is today? Sam has class tonight. So if I get on, it'll be before class tonight, which is always at 7 p.m. Central. So we shall see you guys later. Have a great day. And Buford says, he has lots to say. All right. Bye, guys.